Hi folks, my name is Asha. Let's talk about my first love, cricket. All right, today we're going to talk about difference between swing and seam. So we covered swing, about the wrist position and the aerodynamics. So what is seam? So swing is what happens in the air. We talked about that. Seam is what happens off the pitch. Now, how do you get that movement off the pitch? Guess what? If you practice to get that wrist position for swing, and how to point the seam outward, inward for outswing and inswing, you've got the seam worked out. So whenever you've got that beautiful wrist position and you're releasing the ball like that, you see how the ball has back rotation? That allows for the ball, when it lands on the seam, that's called seam movement. When it lands on the seam, this seam acts like the tread on a tire that grips the surface and changes direction this way or that way depending on how you point at the seam. And that's seam movement. So when you see the ball moving off the pitch, don't think of that as a swing, right? The technique of how to get the swing is the same as seam, but off the pitch movement is seam movement. Now, will you get the ball to swing in the air by bowling short? No. But can you get the ball to move off the pitch by bowling slightly back of a length? Absolutely. So to get the swing, you got to bowl fuller. For seam movement, you can bowl slightly short. I'm not talking short pitch deliveries, but I'm talking about back of a length deliveries, right? So that you can still get seam movement. So I'll give you a couple of examples of the bowlers that can get the swing, right? If you're thinking McGrath is a great swing bowler, no, he's not. He's a seam bowler. He bowls the ball slightly back of the length and nibbles the ball off the pitch this way or that way. Swing, king of swing, Wasim Akram. He can bend the ball like a banana in the air, right? So Wasim Akram is a great example. Jimmy Anderson is a great example for swing bowling. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. So if you see Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowling, he's like, oh, beautiful swing bowling, right? You can say that. But if you see Mohammad Shami, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Asif, or McGrath, you say beautiful seam because they tend to bowl slightly shorter, and also their action doesn't allow the ball to swing as much in there, but does allow it to seam out the pitch. What does action have to do with swing or seam? We'll talk more when we talk about biomechanics. But that's it, folks. That's the difference between seam and swing. In there, off the pitch. Hopefully that clarifies. And my tape ball buddies, we'll talk about that say ball is moving off the pitch. We'll talk more in the next videos. But if you love cricket as much as I do, like and follow for more.